Good morning, everybody, and welcome to The Balancing Act. We're so glad you joined us. I'm Julie Moran.
And I'm Olga Villaverdi, and I'm so excited because today we're focusing on a medical issue that's reaching epidemic proportions in the U.S. In fact, the side effects are devastating, and worst of all, more than half of the millions of people suffering from it don't even have an accurate diagnosis.
You know, that's right. So stay tuned to hear if the symptoms sound familiar to you, because chances are it affects you or someone you know.
And switching gears, summer's here, and we always focus on the food, but today we're mixing up some spectacular adult beverages for all of you DIY mixologists out there. You see how she's dancing?
I will take mine shaken, not stirred, baby.
Ooh, Miss Bond girl, and she's sexy too. Okay, the order is going in for Miss 007.
All right, The Balancing Act starts
Right now. Weight gain, foggy brain, feeling cold all the time and fatigue, feeling tired no matter how much you sleep. Any of this sound familiar? Well, maybe you've even been to the doctor and you've gotten no answer whatsoever. Well, guess what? Today's the day you might finally get those answers, because it's time to get real about hypothyroidism. Joining us is a very passionate advocate for hypothyroid disease awareness and treatment, Dr. Derek De Silva. Good morning, doctor.
Good morning.
Thanks for being here.
My pleasure.
All right, so let's talk about hypothyroidism. It's a huge problem, and I actually thought it was a huge problem for women, but it's actually a huge problem for men as well.
Absolutely, absolutely. It is more common in women than it is in men, but it is a problem that I have quite a few patients that are men that are on thyroid medication. But, you know, 25% of the U.S. population has an underactive thyroid. 1 in 8 women will develop an underactive thyroid. But the problem here is that a lot of these people don't even know it.
So let's go into medicine 101 here, okay? Thyroid, why is it so important?
Well, I call thyroid the master hormone. It really is the hormone that controls the adrenals, the pituitary, the ovaries in women. All of these things are controlled by the thyroid. Believe it or not, your cholesterol is controlled by your thyroid. Your heart rhythm, how your heart beats, is controlled by your thyroid. So if your thyroid is underactive, all of these things are going to come into play, but I call it, once again, the master hormone.
Now, why is hypothyroid disease so hard to diagnose?
Well, I think the reason it's so hard to diagnose is because we're looking at testing that we did 60 years ago. You know, and I tell my patients this all the time, is if you took your car to a mechanic in the 1960s, what did they do? They opened up the hood, they checked the belts, they looked in, they put a little bit of stuff in the radiator, but that was about it. Well, what happens today? Today what happens is you take your car in, and the first thing they do, they open up the hood. They not even need to open up the hood. Plug it into a computer. So the technology and the testing is very different. And the technology and testing with thyroid problems and thyroid disease has evolved, and has evolved greatly. We need to be aware of it.
And let's talk about some symptoms, because I've heard a lot of people, and it's happened in my family too, you know, I'm gaining weight, I don't know why. That's a huge one, isn't it?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, weakness is huge too.
Yes. Fatigue.
What else? What are the symptoms do we need to look out for?
Well, absolutely weight gain, absolutely fatigue. And typically what my patients will come in and say, Dr. De Silva, I'm going to the gym, I'm eating, I'm exercising, I'm doing everything. Why am I gaining weight? And I say to them, well, it could be your thyroid, it could be your hormones. And remember, once I said that the thyroid also controls the ovaries and the adrenals. So that's very important. But not only that, we've got fatigue, we've got weight gain, we've got constipation, we've got changes in bowels. The fingers, you're always cold. No matter what you do, no matter how many sweaters you put on, you're always cold. Hair loss.
Really?
But not only hair loss on the scalp, hair loss at the ends of the eyebrows, hair loss of your lashes, your eyelashes. That is a very common symptom that people don't pay attention to. And also, joint aches, body aches. Wow. All of those things together is likely an underactive thyroid.
And doctor, if someone is properly diagnosed and they now know, how do we fix this?
Prescription medication. Nature-Throid, WP Thyroid is what I use. It's one of my favorites. It's what I use in my practice. I've been using it for years.
How does it work?
What it does is that it gives the body the thyroid hormone it needs. So a lot of the prescription medications that you take today is T4. The body's got to convert that T4 to T3. But in order to make that conversion, you need certain things in there. Iodine, you need selenium, may need a little bit of zinc. Doesn't it make sense that if the active form of thyroid is T3, that I should give you T3?
Absolutely.
Why put your body through all of that stress that it doesn't need to do?
And Nature-Throid does that.
And Nature-Throid does that, and the WP Thyroid does that. Correct.
All right, so recap quickly here. So let's say someone says, okay, I have these symptoms, I've got to get them checked out. Are doctors aware of this, or are we becoming a little better aware?
I think the doctors are becoming more aware of it.
Okay.
You know, we do these conferences, I do a lot of teaching, I do a lot of speaking and lecturing, and we educate physicians in this. These are newer technologies. We've got to look at the right tests, the free T3, the reverse T3, the free T4. We've got to look at the right thing, because if you don't ask the right questions and you don't look at the right things, you're not going to get the right answers. So all of this together is what we do, and yes, doctors are becoming more aware.
And people are becoming more aware because of people like you today telling us what we need to do if we feel that we are facing this disease.
People have to become proactive. If you don't care about your health, nobody else is going to care about it. You have to take responsibility, and there's plenty of information out there in order to do that.
And what's the website so we can get more information, Doctor?
GetRealThyroid.com.
Thank you so much for being really a pleasure to have you.
My pleasure.
And if you'd like more information, you can go to our website, that's thebalancingact.com, or check out that website that the doctor just said, it's GetRealThyroid.com.
You know, one of the most devastating symptoms of hypothyroidism in women is hair loss. Many of us take our long, thick, healthy hair for granted. After all, it's a huge part of our identity and our femininity. Up next, I'll learn about a high-tech gadget that's helping women suffering from hair loss. Stay with us. How many times have you noticed a friend's hair and experienced hair envy? Hair can be our crowning glory, but when it's not right, well, that's a different story. Many women experience hair loss, which can lead to self-esteem issues. But now there's new technology to help bring our locks back to life. And joining me for this discussion, it's a great one, Carrie Atkins, to share her personal struggle with hair loss, and hair restoration surgeon, Dr. Anthony Baird. Welcome, so glad to have you on set.
Thank you for having me.
This is very hopeful. I like this segment because so many people can relate. And Doctor, I want to turn to you first. You know, we've all been in that mirror and we've seen the hair on the floor, the hair in the drain, and thinning and shedding hair is a real concern, isn't it, Doctor?
Yes, in fact, it's thought that about 40% of women will experience hair loss in their lifetime. And of course, men being more common, is about 70% of men will experience some sort of hair loss.
Doctor, what are some of the main causes of hair loss?
There are a few, mostly related to stress, genetics, aging. Medications can sometimes cause hair loss.
And speaking of hair loss, Carrie, I want to turn to you because you have a very personal story, and it's a little uncomfortable, your story, but I want you to share it with our viewers.
I started experiencing hair loss probably about 5 years ago. I had gotten really sick, was on a lot of medication, probably for about 2 years. And I noticed my hair was falling out real bad, but I was just, well, I guess I have to live with it because I would buy some of the stuff and wouldn't do anything.
Right.
I didn't realize how bad my hair was until my husband and I had gone to the shooting range. And he had taken a picture of me. And before I was done shooting, he had already posted on Facebook. He was really excited about the picture, and so when he showed it to me afterwards, I did not at that point realize my hair was that bad.
Did you ask him to take down the picture?
I did, but he kept saying, you know, it's a good picture, Carrie, it's fine, nobody's gonna notice. I'm like, I noticed.
Yeah. Well, we all do. Women, I mean, if we can see our scalp, and sometimes it's hard to see the back or the side, or we just don't notice it. So, Doctor, our hair is so fragile, and I do see shelves of products and things when I walk through stores, but in your opinion, what are the best ways to treat hair loss?
Well, my first recommendation would be to see your physician and see specifically hair loss doctors, someone who specializes in hair loss. And they can make recommendations based on your physical examination and also your family history. The most common cause being genetic, and those could be very amenable to some medications, as well as now there's the advent of laser light therapy, which is a topical treatment which you can use at home, which I've seen a lot of benefit from.
And is that what you've got for us right here?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, how does this work?
Well, this is a laser light therapy helmet, Theradome. It's a product that can be used at home. After you turn it on, the device is placed on the head. And as you can see here, it's censored, where once it's placed on the head, 80 proprietary lasers stimulate the scalp.
Tell me about when you place it. Do you need your hair to be removed? Do you need the hair parted? What's the best way? Well, you would know.
Yeah, parting it is definitely the best so it can get right to the scalp.
Right.
The goal is for the laser to reach the scalp and stimulate the scalp. It's not actually stimulating the hair themselves, but the hair follicles. And by doing that, it actually promotes hair growth.
That's amazing. Carrie, share your Theradome experience with us.
I received my Theradome because of my son.
Oh.
He knew how disappointed I was in my looks and in my hair. And he did some research online, and he saw all the reviews and everything on this, and he was just, Mom, I'm buying you this. Wow. Well, he bought it for me for Christmas.
What a great gift.
Yeah, so I was like, oh my gosh. So I started using it right away. Within 2 weeks, I saw a huge difference in the amount of hair that was falling off. And probably in 3 to 4 months, I actually could feel and see that it was filling back in, and my bald spots were slowly going away. But I could see definitely an improvement in a short amount of time.
And doctor, I'm sure results vary, but this is very exciting, right?
Yeah, results do vary from each patient, but typically we see the stimulation of hair at 3 months. And the first sign we see is the decrease in shedding. And then we see a thickening of hair, typically over 6 months period for the average person.
You know, thank you for coming on the show. I mean, so many people are embarrassed, so many people have hair loss, and you've just given us hope and inspiration today, which is so important.
Thank you.
All right.
you.
Thank you again for coming by. And to find out more about restoring your crowning glory and regaining your confidence, visit Theradome.com or our website, thebalancingact.com.
Tis the season for Independence Day. Time to celebrate life, liberty, and the pursuit of great mixology skills. So we've called in one of the founding fathers of adult beverages, celebrity mixologist, and ambassador of the legendary Jägermeister brand, my friend, Willy Shine. Good morning.
Good to see you. Thank you for
Welcome
having me.
back again.
Thank you very much.
All right, so Jägermeister, I know it takes a lot of work to make one of these babies.
It really does. Actually, a good story is Mr. Kurt Mast, our founder, he smashed like 12 or 13 bottles to finally get to the point of this iconic bottle. So it's very durable and
is.
an iconic shape. So whenever you see it, you know that this is a Jägermeister bottle.
And it is. And by the way, you're going to make something iconic for us this morning?
That is absolutely right.
All right, so take it away because you are the master.
Oh, thank you very much. We're going to make a variation on a mule. So we're going to kick it up with a little Jägermeister. Would you like to help me out?
I
and
do,
pour some
always.
of these in? Okay, so yep. So that is agave nectar with hibiscus and ginger. Okay, a little bit of fresh lemon juice.
I'm
Always
actually
fresh,
becoming really
fresh
good at
is
this now
best.
because of you.
You're going to add a little bit of light rum. Ooh. Right, a little light rum. And then we'll pour a little bit of Jägermeister. Okay.
How much do you put?
I'm going to put an ounce in this one.
That's a lot, right? That's enough, huh?
That's just perfect.
It's a
just
cake.
perfect. That's right. And then we're going to shake this up. And we're going to pour it over fresh ice.
I feel like I should put some music on, have you standing on our bar here.
That's right.
Doing some dancing
That would
for
be very
us.
comfortable for me.
Yes, I think you could do it. I think you could get away with it.
All right, we'll shake this up. Okay, and then we're going to pour that over fresh ice.
Oh, wow, that's nice.
Like that.
Distinct color.
That's right, always. And then you top it off with a little soda water.
Okay.
So typically a mule has ginger beer, but we use ginger in the syrup, so it's a little bit of a play. And of course, Jägermeister loves ginger, so we'll give that a little bit of a stir. Okay, we're gonna garnish with a lime and ginger candy. And of course, I have one specially made for you.
Gosh, I have learned so much with you. Let me try it. Fabulous.
Very good, cheers.
One more sip, please. Fabulous.
Delicious.
For information on this fabulous recipe, where do we go?
Well, with this drink and a couple of others as well, you'll find on Jägermeister.com.
Thank you so much again.
Thank you.
We've become BFFs at this point. Salud.
Salud.
And of course, if you'd like more information, go to our website, thebalancingact.com. Great recipes there. And Willy, bomb.
What began with a passion for photography blossomed through the love of humanity. The Who Are We project raises awareness of the growing crisis of homelessness and hunger using the medium of photography. And with your help, hopes to raise more than $500,000. And here to talk about this unique grassroots campaign is award-winning photographer Lew Lautin. I am so glad you're here with us on set today.
Thanks for having me.
So what exactly is the Who Are We project?
The Who Are We project has two basic concepts. We're trying to raise awareness of the plight of the homeless and near homeless, and we're also trying to raise money to print 12,000 fine art books of my photography taken over the last 7 years at feeding centers and shelters in South Florida.
I am so moved. I mean, when I look at some of these photographs, and I just want to know, how difficult was it for you to gain these homeless confidence, and they then allowed you to take photographs of them?
It started around 7 years ago at LifeNet for Family, and I brought my cameras and my studio lights, and I asked the clients if they would mind having their pictures taken. And I would only take pictures if they wanted pictures taken. And my concept was to make them feel important, to make them feel and look like CEOs. Like Titus, who, when he heard I was taking pictures, changed into a jacket and tie and just loved the concept of being photographed and somebody paying attention to him. The reactions to the photography, to the pictures, goes from every gamut. Some people say, thank you. Some people look at their pictures and say, I'm sending this to my mother. She hasn't seen a picture of me for 3 years. She doesn't know what I look like.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You know, they're not invisible anymore. People don't notice them, but you've really brought these faces to us. So will these books be offered for sale?
No, the concept is that we're trying to raise $150,000 through grassroots efforts, and that money will be used to print 12,000 limited edition copies.
Wow.
And those will be donated to feeding centers and shelters around the United States, and those books can be sold or given away to donors by the feeding centers as they so choose.
God bless you. I mean, where does the money go exactly, and how does the campaign work?
The money will be used strictly for the publication and distribution of the books. I'm not making any money off of the photography. And the feeding centers will each get 100 books, and they can decide how to use the money, and we estimate that at least $500,000 will be donated through the feeding centers in a time where the feeding centers are getting less and less money from the government.
Thank you so much for doing this, for caring, and for using your talent of photography to help others. Thank you, Lew.
It's a privilege and an honor for me to sit across and to get to know these thousands of people that I've taken pictures of. They deserve to be noted. They deserve to have a certain dignity about themselves in a life that is often very difficult living on the streets.
Yes, they do. Thank you so much. And for more information about how you can help, go to whoareweinc.org or thebalancingAct.com. You know, thankfulness is a way of life, and nothing makes you more aware of your blessings than seeing someone who's truly in need. Don't you agree?
Absolutely. And we want to thank Who We Are Inc. once again for raising awareness of homelessness and hunger in America in such a moving way. To get involved and support Who We Are Inc., just log on to our website, thebalancingAct.com, and don't forget we're on Facebook and Twitter.
See you next time. So long, everybody.